Welcome to this video tutorial from spssvideotutor.com. I'm Jacob Mays, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to perform and interpret a repeated measures ANOVA. In this example, 60 students were enrolled in an intervention program designed to increase their confidence in their ability to do statistics. Their confidence was measured 3 times: before the intervention, at the end of the intervention program, and 3 months later. We want to see if there is a significant difference in the 3 confidence scores. So the first thing that we do is we go to Analyze, we go to General Linear Model, and then to Repeated Measures. Next, you will see a Repeated Measures definition box. Here, we indicate the name and number of levels of our repeated measures. Since our repeated measures are confidence scores, under within subject factor name, we write confidence. Below, since there are 3 repeated comparisons, we put 3 into the number of levels box. And then we click Add. Okay. Next, we click on Define. In this dialog box, you move all of your repeated measures into the within subjects variables box, from the first to the last. Now, when I say first to last, I mean from the first one that was conducted, which was Confidence 1, which was the first test, the second, Confidence 2, and then the third, Confidence 3. Okay. And then the next thing that we do is we go to Plots. Under Plots, we put our repeated measures into the horizontal axis box. Okay, and then we click Add. Then we click Continue. And then we go to Options. We make sure that confidence is in the display means for box, or our repeated measure. It doesn't matter what your repeated measures are. The next thing that we do is we check the compare main effects, and then we go down and we select Bonferroni. Okay. And then the final thing that we do on this page is we make sure that descriptives is checked under display, and then we click Continue, and then we click OK. So the first table that we need to look at is the descriptives table. Okay. Now, this tells us the mean, the standard deviation, and the sample size for each of our test scores. Okay. The next table we look at is Mauchly's test of sphericity. Now, what we're looking for here is this value under significance. Okay. If that's less than 0.05, then that means that we have violated the assumption of sphericity. Okay. And as a result, when we go down to our test of within subject effects, we have to use the row that says greenhouse geyser. Okay. Now, if Mauchly's test of sphericity was greater than 0.05 under the significance column, then instead of using the greenhouse geyser row, you would use the sphericity assumed row. Okay. So your degrees of freedom would be 2 instead of the greenhouse geyser degrees of freedom, which is 1.455. Okay. This is very important. So if we look at the F value and the significance level in the greenhouse geyser row, we see that it is less than 0.05. Okay. So this means that there is a significant difference in the main effect, or somewhere between the 3 confidence scores. All right. So the next thing we have to do is go down to the pairwise comparisons, because we know that there is a significant difference in the main effect, or said another way, somewhere among the three test scores. But the pairwise comparison tells us exactly where those differences are. Okay? Now, the way that you read this chart is as follows. Anywhere that you see an asterisk, that means that there is a significant difference between those two groups. Okay, now what do these numbers refer to? If we go back up to our within subject factors, 1 corresponds to confidence score 1, 2 corresponds to the confidence scores at time 2, and 3 corresponds to confidence scores at time 3 or 3 months out. Okay? Now, so when we go back to our pairwise comparisons, we see that there's a significant difference in the mean scores between time 1 and time 2, time 1 and time 3. Okay? We also see that there is a significant difference in mean scores between time 2 and time 3, as well as time 1. We saw that up there. And we also see that there is a significant difference between time 3 and time 1 and 2. Okay, so basically, to make a long story short, there's a significant difference between each of the mean scores for confidence. All right. Now, if we go back to the descriptive table, the results basically indicate that confidence scores at time 1 are significantly lower than confidence scores at time 2 and 3, and confidence scores at time 2 are significantly lower than confidence scores at time 3. Okay, so basically, to make a long story short, is that over time, confidence in a student's ability to perform statistics increased. Now you know how to perform a repeated measures ANOVA in SPSS. If you have any questions, please submit them to jacob@spssvideotutor.com. This has been a video tutorial from spssvideotutor.com. Thank you for watching, and much success with SPSS.